player in the NBA? Out of the way, you said KD, I say Giannis. Who's the best team in the NBA right now? Who would you put your money on to make the NBA Finals as of right now? And we're assuming all health.
All health?
All health. We're assuming
100% healthy.
100% healthy right now. Who would win the chip?
I have to say the Golden State Warriors. 100% healthy. That's
a fair guess.
They have the best point guard in the league. They have probably the second best shooter in the league.
Didn't realize Chris Paul played for the Golden State Warriors.
You think Chris Paul?
I'm playing.
Start with me, Brett. But anyways, they have an all-star in Wiggins who can go
Mickey
for
Mouse all-star.
Can go for like 10 one game and give you 25 the next. I don't know, but they have arguably the best defensive player in the league in Draymond Green, and they have a young big man in James Wiseman when he gets healthy. Then their bench, they have a lot of scoring. They have Jordan Poole, who's in the conversation for most improved.
Toscano.
They have he's not going to really get benched. He's not going to get playoff minutes, in my opinion. I'm thinking about you got Gary Payton, who's been a steal this year. You have D. Lee to hit the threes. Otto Porter Jr. has been another steal this year.
He has. You still got
Jonathan Kuminga. He's unbelievable in my opinion right now. And I'm looking at how they stack up. I think the second best team would probably be, if healthy, would be the Nets. Because, bro, when healthy, that team is dangerous, bro.
I'm not buying it.
You got Ben Simmons being whatever he can be, along with Kyrie. Kyrie's amazing. KD is the best player in the world, in my opinion. You got Andre Drummond, who's easily a 14 and 15 type of guy. Then you have Seth Curry, a great shooter. Patty Mills, another good shooter, scorer. Claxton, stuff like that. But outside of those teams, the defending champions, they're pretty good, but I think when healthy, I think the Nets can beat them. I think they can.
I think the Nets can beat anybody in the NBA. I think the Nets should beat anybody in the NBA. I don't have them getting out of the East.
Yeah, understandable, because they're not.
Honestly, I don't even think the Nets make the Eastern Conference Finals. I
wouldn't. Yeah, obviously, if they can't stay healthy, no, sure.
No, but I'm saying I'm assuming all health across the board for all teams.
Yeah.
I still probably wouldn't put my money right now on the Nets making the Eastern Conference Finals. Granted, I haven't seen Harden play with the Sixers yet. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen Simmons play with the Nets yet. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. But the reason I'm not buying into the Nets is because, we discussed this when the Harden trade went down, when we were talking about it live when it happened. Mm-hmm. The 76ers won that trade in my eyes. You thought the Nets won that trade. That's fine. But I just don't believe in Ben Simmons. The best team in the NBA is the Milwaukee Bucks because they have the best player in the NBA. Mm-hmm. They have a former two-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. They have a finals MVP, a Coach of the Year in Budenholzer. Been there, done that. Chris Middleton is a closer. He proved it last year. Drew Holiday is a phenomenal player. Hopefully they get Brook Lopez back. That's still kind of up in the air. We'll see. That was a big pickup with Serge Ibaka. Was it? Yeah, it was Serge Ibaka they got in that trade.
They got Serge,
when they gave away DiVincenzo and Rodney Hood. Mm-hmm. Big pickup for Serge Ibaka, one of the best catch and shoot 3-point bigs in the NBA right now.
And also still a great solid defender and a rebounder.
In the paint, you still got Greg Monroe coming off the bench. Pat Connaughton's been very solid this year. We talk about Bobby Portis. Man's been balling this year, man. For real. So, I trust Giannis. I think he's got the intensity. I think he's got the mindset. Yeah, they might be 36-24 right now. They might be on their little championship cruise. This Bucks team's going to get it together because nobody's talking about them in the East. Everyone's talking about Chicago, Brooklyn, Philly, Miami. Nobody's talking about Milwaukee. They're winning it right now. They are the best team in the NBA. That's just my thoughts on it.
I do agree with that statement because in a 7-game series, as of right now, from what I've seen, even with both teams being healthy, I don't think the Warriors can beat them in a 7-game series. They don't match up well against them.
They would dominate the paint.
I still believe the Warriors are the best team, but I think the Suns, you got to make an argument for the Suns being the best team in the NBA, but I think they would get destroyed by them again too.
Yeah, they would, yeah.
I don't think there's not a lot of teams outside of maybe the Memphis Grizzlies that can really keep up with them, only because of their pace and how hard they play on a consistent basis. But I feel like everybody else, man, it's gonna be tough, man.
Bias aside, Utah would actually match match.
Oh yeah,
But the odds of even Utah and the Bucks making the finals,
it could have been last year.
Matchup, it could have been.
Yeah.
But I'm saying because I've also, you just look at it on paper, those teams match up really well together. But also the last couple of seasons, the Jazz and the Bucks have gone back and forth in the regular season. They've been neck and neck. The Jazz have actually won more of those games, if I'm not mistaken.
We've been getting our ass kicked by the Bucks in the regular season the last few years.
But I mean, the Bucks are like that. They are the best team in the NBA, in my opinion.
We don't match up well against them.
And the thing is, like, even if y'all want to talk about the 76ers, who, like I said, I think won that trade, like, Giannis dominates Embiid in these head-to-head matchups. Now, granted, they've never matched up in the playoffs, Embiid and Giannis, but Giannis is 6-4 in those regular season games in which they've played. Giannis, in those games, averages 33, 14, 7, 1.5 steals, and 1.7 blocks on Joel in those games.
What's Joel average?
28, 11, or 28, 12, 5, 1,
so Joel's still getting his.
He's still getting his, but all those numbers are down compared to Giannis's, except for the blocks, which is at 1.9 in comparison to Giannis's 1.7. Yeah. Otherwise, Giannis dominates Embiid on every other, facet of the game when they match up. But also, when you watch a lot of those games, Giannis isn't on Joel that often.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Joel's not on Giannis that often.
I was about to say that.
They really don't match up, but granted, it's still a head-to-head match.
Yeah, I was about to say that last game I watched them play, they didn't touch each other at all in that fourth quarter.
That one was in Milwaukee, or was that one in Philly? They were in the blue jerseys.
The 76ers won that one, too.
They did, but was that one in Philly?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it must have been. It was right before the break. It was right before
Philly
the break.
won. Philly was wearing blue. The Bucks were wearing white.
Yep. Okay, it was the same game then. I couldn't remember where that game was at. But, all right, so best team in the NBA to use the Warriors, best team in the NBA to me is the Bucks.